Welcome to the Current Electric High School Basketball Girls State Championship Preview Show presented by Cannon and Dunphy. I'm Mike McGivern. Thanks for joining us. So the next 2 days at the Resch Center in Green Bay, we will crown 5 state champions, from small schools to large schools, with teams from all over the state of Wisconsin. And if we think back to the 11th of November, it's the first day of practice, this is what you think about. This is what you work together for. To have the opportunity to represent your school and community and show the state of Wisconsin that this team is the best high school girls basketball team in the state of Wisconsin. In each of these schools, this week is different, not nearly as much homework. The pep rallies, the team send-off, the fan buses all take over in support of this team and everyone that supports them. The cheerleaders, the dance team, the band, and so much more. So I've seen firsthand the kind of excitement that this type of success has for schools. And for these 20 schools, the state championship weekend games, so much more than just a couple of high school basketball games. There's a lot on the line for each team, program, and community. For the next hour, we'll break down the 4 state semifinal games going on today. Tip-off is 1:35 here on My 24th for the first Division III game. The number 1 ranked team from Elk Mound takes on the number 4 ranked team from Appleton Xavier, followed by the Flying Dutchman from Oostburg taking on Laconia. And then later this evening, again, right here on My 24, the Division IV games tip off at 6:30 with the Prairie School from Racine taking on Cuba City, followed by St. Mary Catholic versus Durand, Arkansas. Let me introduce my co-host for today's show. Mike Sidlowski, the longtime coach, girls coach at St. Francis, is kind enough to be in studio with me. Coach Sid, how you been?
Good, real good.
Hey, everything that I just talked about, the excitement for these schools from all over the state of Wisconsin, it just doesn't get any better than that.
No, this is the best time of year, and I'm sure it's extra special for the teams that are going there for the first time as well as the 18th time.
Yeah, and a team like Muskego, this is the first time the girls program has gone to state, but they are so used to having teams get this deep into the playoffs and in the state championship. But when it's a team that hasn't been there before, I think the excitement in the school is going to be extremely high.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they've seen other sports in their school taste that, and now they get to be part of it.
100%. Hey, Coach, on a personal note, so you are retired, kind of. This is my feeling, and you may go somewhere else with it, but you know, if it truly is a retirement that sticks, I want to thank you for all the time and sweat equity that you've put into girls basketball at St. Francis. I know, and I don't know if you know this, but I know that you've had opportunities to maybe go elsewhere. And you're born and raised in St. Francis, and you've stayed at St. Francis coaching there for a long time. And I want to thank you for the loyalty that you've had to that school and that community.
I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, I don't know what the future holds. I'll put that in our Lord's hands and see where it goes.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see you're still coaching the AAU and doing all the off-season stuff.
AAU
right?
starts Sunday, the day after the state tournament. I'll get back from Green Bay, and I got to get in the gym Sunday.
Man, hey, let's talk a little bit about some of the schools that are playing. You know, there are teams like Laconia that's been there a long time. Cuba City was the team that got to state all the time on the girls' side. It's been a while, and now they're back, and looking forward to seeing how they react. Your thought on teams that have been there for a while, and now it's kind of like they have the template on what time they're getting up there, where they're getting shots in, where they're going to eat as a team. And then for schools that haven't been there before, the difference now is quite a bit, right? You first time you play at the Resch Center, first time you go to that hotel, first time you know, all of the things that you don't know. I'm wondering for you, is it easier when you've been there a number of times, or is it easier for that first time where everybody's really excited? They don't know what's going to be happening?
I think there's benefits to both. If obviously you've been there, all that stuff, you know that you've taken care of before, so you can kind of go off what worked, what didn't work. But if you're a first time, everything's new, so you got that excitement, so
Right.
you got that buzz. So I think it works both ways.
You know, it was interesting on the press conference that I listened in. The coach from Laconia, again, been there a long time, and they've been at state now for this the 4th year. They're seniors. They don't know anything different. And he made a comment that said, look, I have felt more pressure this year than I have any other year because how hard these seniors have worked, and I wanted them to get back there one more year. And that made me a little bit like sad for him, like he should be enjoying this. But he said, look, I've never felt this kind of pressure in the other years, and I'm glad that we're getting there for the seniors.
Yeah, his seniors know nothing but the state tournament. Like it's a birthright over in Laconia, and they've had really good teams. And Coach Morgan does a really good job over in Laconia.
Yeah, right, very much so. Hey, we're going to get to a break. Other side of the break, we're going to break down the first Division III matchup. This is the Current Electric High School Basketball Girls State Championship preview show presented by Cannon and Duffy only on My 24.